I'm Eric Ebert, and this is my wife, Kelly Ebert.
I'm from Tucson, Arizona. I'm 17 years old, and I race for Honda Factory Off-Road.
You know, Ethan's love for off-road racing started when he was little. We've been coming to the dunes
His whole life.
his whole life, and it started at a very young age. I think we're really bad parents, but I think at the age of 3 we had him on a
50 quad.
Yeah, on a 50 quad, and he was just ripping through camp and, you know, doing circles, and then he made his way like out in the actual dunes, and so it just spawned from there. So we noticed his skill at a very young age, and he was one of those kids that was just gonna go out there and just have a great time. And so, like, to this day, the dunes is his playground. There's no stress, and I think that's what he loves the most about it.
So I started out in short course. So I did Junior 1, then went to Junior 2, then went to a modified kart. Then from the modified kart, we went to the Honda Talon actually. And then from the Honda Talon, it was a little bit of a big step, but then we went to a trophy truck. Definitely my favorite is still gonna be the mod kart. Anybody who's driven a mod kart, you'll ask them, they'll be like, dude, it's the best. Because it's a little 5-speed sequential, it's a YZ motor. And then you just tune it up, and then there you go race. So it's a little 600-pound car, and then you go race with a like however many horsepower engine, and you're just jumping through the air sideways, pulling tear off. And you knew when I was racing, because my mom would be in the grandstand shaking her leg, and you could feel the whole stadium shake because her legs are shaking.
Okay, as a mom, your 13-year-old is going around and doing that.
It was a little nerve-wracking for her at first, but then when she found out how safe it is and all that stuff, and she was all right with it. I mean, she's just there all the time, you know. She's helping me with like PT if I get injured, or just helping me with my diet and all that stuff. Like, I couldn't ask for a better mom. I mean, she's perfect. I also look up to my dad a lot too. I mean, he never really was in the racing, so I'm kind of the first Ebert to kind of do it in my family. But I look up to him for a lot of things. I mean, he's smart with his money, he's smart with business and all that stuff, and a really good driver overall. Of course, I say I can beat him, but I don't know how true that is. Dude, we're out here in Glamis, Wash 6, ready to go, ready to rip this Kraftwerks turbo and see how it does. I want to win every race that I go to, which obviously that's a huge step to kind of throw out there because all the competition, all the all-wheel drive trucks, all that. But I know that our truck can do it, and with us still working on this program, I know we can get a win.
Yeah, he's only 17, so it's so new, and he's kind of like a little, you know, a little famous in one small little section of racing, you know, so it's kind of cool.
I mean, it's like, if you look at anybody in motorsport, it's like your dream to be factory backed by somebody. So for me to live that at 17 I'm completely grateful.
I'd like to see him continue racing. It's not everyone can make it into the big leagues.
We've always tried to tell him to stay grounded, because that was the one thing when he was little. I'm like, remember when you would see like RJ Anderson up in the stands, and that kid, you know, he would take time and he would talk to him.
He's great at racing and being mature, and then you got him being a normal kid, and he's still not, but it's great. You know, he still has his faults just like any other 17-year-old. He enjoys it. You know, he knows what the fans do for him, and he wants to put on a show for the fans.
I don't know if there's fans, but yeah, thanks for supporting me. And yeah, we're just gonna see if we can do the best we can, and just gonna go have fun for the rest of the year.
Kraftwerks!